Welcome, welcome. Welcome to another Wednesday night, Fundamentals to Gain Inner Peace with your host, Coach Menachem. And it's good to see you all here, if you're live or listening to the recording. Just to take a few minutes out of your busy day and to remember to take a deep breath. And here we are. And I'm thinking to myself, this Wednesday night is something that I really need. Sometimes I can be running around, there's so much going on. And I know it's important. And I do try to spend some time to stop without my phone, without anything going on, just to breathe. But it doesn't always happen. And when it comes Wednesday night, I have to be here. So I'm very thankful for all of you and for myself for just being here tonight. And I just have to focus on my breath. And then slowly we realize how important it is, how much it's needed. Okay, so let's get started. Stop running and start living. Finding peace in every breath. Taking a breath of peace, just finding the peace inside of it, even though sometimes it can be a challenge. To be in the now, to be in the here, just being present. And really there's nothing more than the breath you're taking now. Everything that happened till now happened already. And all the things that you're planning for tomorrow or after we're done is going to be later on, but not now. All we have now is the here and the now and the breath that you're taking. So we can always connect to our breath. And that's always the answer. If you want to become present, you want to become mindful, just focus on your breath. Your breath is always in the present moment. Everything else is in the mind. You could be busy with the past, everything that happened in the past, and that's in your mind. And everything that you're planning and worried about in the future is also in your mind. It didn't happen yet. So where is it? In your mind. So you could be living in your mind, or you can become present in the moment. That's it. So the last few weeks we discussed that when you do stop and you zoom out and you look at what's going on, where am I, what am I looking for, what's working, what's not, that we have to see the full picture. You have to be able to see both sides of the coin. There's always two sides. The cup is half full and half empty. They're both true, and it's a fact. I'm not denying. There's always both sides. And we discussed people have easier, it's easier to see the positives. They don't want to talk about the negatives. Other people have it easier to talk about negatives and see the negatives and live the negatives. Or we ask them something about positive they can't find. So we discussed last week a few reasons why. Why is it so hard for some people to find positive in their life? Find some joy. So there were different reasons. So, could be because you're used to the negatives, and that's like a loudspeaker screaming in your head. Those voices are so loud that everything it's just not working out. And when you're looking for positives, it's so quiet. You can't even hear it. That little positive, you can't even hear it, so you don't live with it. Sometimes it can be a belief that we're not here in this world to enjoy ourselves, or I don't deserve it, I'm bad, I messed up. We can't sit with those positives. Sometimes comparing to others. Yes, I do have a lot to be thankful, but look what they have. When I'll be like them, I'll be happy. There's so much missing in my life. And looking around, everybody has so much more than me. Or sometimes you have the thought that when I get there, everybody is that thing, that when they get there, they'll be happy. What's that there? Where is that? When I'll be successful, when I'll be healthy, when that's when I'll be happy. But now I can't be happy. So these are all beliefs, ideas, which will continue in a few minutes. But I think I forgot to get grounded. So let's do that before we continue. Okay, so let's take a few minutes and just become aware of where you are, how you're feeling. Take a deep breath all the way in, feet on the ground, and you can do a fast body scan just to see what you're feeling from your head to your toe. Go slowly all the way down and then all the way back up. Take another deep breath. Just become aware of your head, your eyes, your jaws, your mouth, your shoulders, your chest, your stomach. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to change anything. You're just stopping and becoming aware. Your feet all the way down to your toes. You feel tingling, stress, heaviness, or maybe relaxed. And let it all out. Deep breath in and let it all out. And then you can do the scan from bottom to top. Just go up and down and see what's going on. And take another deep breath. Beautiful. Just become aware of what you feel. It might be hard for you to relax. That's okay. Just become aware of it. Or you might feel very relaxed, which is beautiful. And just stay there. Okay, another deep breath in and let out all the tension. Let it all out. Beautiful. Okay, so if you could stop for a moment and just think, if you're part of that group that it's hard for you to find some positives in your life. You're always busy with the things that are not working out. Feel free to share in the chat. What are the reasons? What are the ideas that come up? Why is it so hard to find some positives? And then we'll go to some ideas, what we can do. But first, let's stop for a moment and become aware. Why is it hard? Perfectionism. When it's perfect, then I'll feel good. But I'm still working on it. It's still not perfect. So we discussed it last week. You still have to be able to look back on your progress, even though you're not finished, even though it's not perfect, and see the steps. You have to be able to feel good about your journey. You can't say, I'll feel good when I'll get there, because we're all on a journey. It's going to take time. You have to learn how to enjoy the moments, enjoy the breath now, even though we're not there yet. There's always something that we can be grateful for. I don't deserve. That could come up. It's hard to sit with the positive just to feel good. Somebody shared somebody on a healing journey. They used to have a lot of anxiety, a lot of worries, and slowly they were learning how to relax and to slow down. And he mentioned to me that on Shabbos, he was sitting just being, like I say, just be. And then the guilty thought comes in. He's like, is something wrong? Maybe there's something wrong with me. What's going on? Something missing. So we discussed it in the past. If you were walking around with your story for so many years, then you're used to that rush. You're used to it. All the worries and all the thoughts and all the plans and what you're gonna do and the anxiety. And when you start learning how to relax and just be and let go of everything, the thought might come in, there's something wrong with me. But the truth is nothing wrong with you. You're just letting go of your story, letting go of all of that. And it's not so easy to get there. But when you do slowly start feeling relaxed, you spend 5 minutes just focusing your breath and you're taking it in and out and you're just feeling relaxed. And the mind comes and says, wait a second, there's something missing in my life. I need that chaos. I need that rush. Well, it might be you're used to it for so many years that you can't just sit in that quiet, nothing. Some people, they feel when I'll go on vacation, I need a vacation. There's so much going on. When I go on vacation, it's going to be quiet and relaxed. And when they get there, they can't manage more than maybe an hour or two. Okay, next. How long can they sit with that quiet on that vacation? Other people being on vacation is harder. They're used to being within their comfort zone when I get home. So it's important to be aware of it. But once you learn the skill of being mindful, doing some meditation, quieting things down, you quiet down your mind, you find yourself in a very relaxed place. And sometimes it could feel like there is something missing. And just sit with it. See what comes up. Just sit with it. And again, it's also, we walk around with our stories. We all have many years of stories of who I am. There might be a fear of, who am I without my story? I'm busy walking around all day for so many years talking about my story. If I don't talk about my story, who am I? Another very good awareness is when something bad happens, we feel it. We discussed it in the past. We feel it in all our bones. We feel it deep down in our hearts. It's so painful and we're so upset. You don't even have to focus to sit with it. It's just there. It's so hard. When something positive happens, you feel great for a minute and then you're on to the next. How many times did you wait for something and you were hoping it's going to work out and you were davening and you're like, I don't know how it's going to work out. And at the end, it worked out. You're like, oh. And a few minutes later, you're busy with the next worry. So you don't allow your body to feel the positives. Yep. And that's a very important awareness. And we have to start practicing to sit with the positive. Sit with that sun. Sitting on the beach, just feeling that warm sun shining on you. No matter where you are, you can be in your bed. This is just an imagination. Just see the positives and feel it. Let it go in. Let it penetrate all the way in. Feel it in all your bones. And just by visualization, do some visualization, it's going to work. Just imagine sitting by the beach. If you have never done it before, then I'm not sure if you know what it looks like, but I'm sure everybody knows what it feels like. So you can go back to that moment and just imagine you there sitting in the sun, no worries. It's warm. You're just taking it in. And you can feel relaxed, your body relaxes. And you feel the warmth of the sun and let it all the way in. Amazing. So here are some ideas. So number one is practicing gratitude. Like we mentioned many times. You won't believe, the effect that it has really to even if it's only two things a day, a few times a day, no matter what you do, just writing down two things that you're grateful for and sit there with it and feel it. Practice gratitude. You can journal, you can say it, you can just sit with it and focus on it. Sometimes when you try to practice gratitude, all the negative comes up. Just be aware of that. Try to sit with the positives. Mindfulness and meditation, by learning how to stop, you eventually learn how to stop your mind from pulling you all the sides, all the negative things coming up. You want it to quiet it down. Eventually, you want things to quiet down. So by practicing a few minutes being mindful, a few minutes of meditation, just focus on your breath, just become aware and just observe, things will calm down. You'll be able to slowly get into the positives. Self-compassion is very important. Anytime we're on this journey, it is so important to have self-compassion. And like I mentioned many times, if your friend would call you, say, please listen to me, I want to share with you what's going on in my life. And you just listen to them. And you're there for them. Just having compassion. We need to have it for ourselves. When you find yourself in a low, you find yourself in a situation which is hard, listen. Just listen. What's going on? Why do I feel this way? Take a deep breath. Listen. Problem is we get caught in because it's ourselves. But we have to learn how to zoom out and listen to what's going on and to understand. You don't have to do anything from now. This is how I feel now. There's no right or wrong. This is what I'm feeling. You listen to it and you have to have self-compassion just to be able to be there, and it can help you relax and not to run. Social media is something that brings up a lot of hardships for many people, just looking at those pictures, looking what's going on in the world, whether it's family, relatives, neighbors, or what's going on in the world, the news. Comparing with others or seeing the news of what's going on in the world, it can be very, very painful. So find some time that you close your phone and you just spend time with the people around you and enjoy it. So that could be a hard one. But before you start working on it, just be aware of, what do I compare myself with others? Is it the house, the car, the clothing, the shopping, the kids? What is it that I'm comparing? Why am I not happy with myself? Like we mentioned last week, if we would live in a farm, you have a few chickens, you remember to milk the cow, you feel good. You come in the morning, you have what to eat, you feel like $1,000,000. There's no neighbors, there's nothing else going on. And the last one, which is very important, if you feel you can't do it yourself, please reach out to somebody, whether it's a friend, a therapist, a teacher, or somebody who can hold your hands. It's not easy. People really struggle, have that thing that they're struggling. Make that phone call. It's not easy to make that phone call. Many people sit at home. They're with it already for a long time. Could be for years. This is who I am. This is what I feel, and that's it. But if you pick up the phone, start talking to somebody, you'll see things will change. You get some clarity, different perspectives, different ideas, and there's help out there. So go for it. Try it out. Okay, so that's just a few ideas. I hope you can choose one or two to something that you can do. But I want to end tonight with a quick guided meditation, which could help us just to relax, stop running, stop being so busy. And it's going to help us to find some peace in every breath, every moment. So here we go. Fine. So I'm sure you're sitting in a comfortable place already, just for a few minutes on this short journey. Stop running. Just Be in the present moment. Try to sit straight, relax, take a deep breath. Now with your hands resting gently on your sides. You can close your eyes if it feels comfortable, or you can keep a very gentle gaze just on the screen. Just look straight ahead. Start by taking a deep breath in through your nose, allowing your abdomen to expand. Let it all the way in, all the way deep, deep down. Hold it there for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Let it roll out. Let go of any tension. And do it again. Another deep breath all the way in. Beautiful. And hold it for a second, and then let it roll out. All the tension, let it go. You can do this a few times, just allowing your breath to become deeper and more relaxed. Now you can bring your awareness to your breath. Just become aware of the air going into your nose, your mouth, traveling down all the way down your lungs, and then leaving your body. Just focus on that feeling. What does it feel like? Air going in and out. Feel the rise and the fall of your chest and abdomen. If your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Gently bring your focus back to the sensations of your breath. Just come back to the air, to the breath. And imagine each breath is an anchor, grounding you in the present moment. And as you inhale, you can think to yourself, I am here. And as you exhale, you can think, I am now. And you can repeat it. I am here. I am now. Silently with each breath in and each breath out. I am here. I am now. And just feel where it guides you deeper and deeper in a state of calm. I am here. I am now. Let it all out. Picture yourself in a peaceful place, a place where you feel completely at ease. Could be a quiet beach, a serene forest, cozy room, whatever works for you. Imagine all the details, the sounds, the scents, the colors. With each breath, imagine drawing in the peace and tranquility of that place. Just feel that calm, total calm. And as you continue breathing, you can silently repeat to yourself, I am at peace. I am living in this moment. I am free from the rush and stress. Just be aware of where that resonates in your body, where that affirmation, what it makes you feel. I am at peace. I am living in this moment. I am free from the rush and stress. Just be aware of where you are and what you feel. And if you're listening to the recording, you can always pause and stay there as long as you want. Keep on breathing, focus on your breath. I am here. I am now. Beautiful. How does that feel? And now you can slowly bring back your awareness to your surroundings. Wiggle your fingers. Just be aware of how you feel. Roll your shoulders. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and just take a moment to notice, what do I feel? And this feeling you can carry with you wherever you go. You can have this feeling with you the whole day. Whenever you feel you need to just start breathing, focus on your breath, and it's going to take you right back to this calm, calm state. And for now, thank yourself for taking this time, even for a few minutes, where you can stop and just be in the moment and start living. Eventually, start feeling the joy, the positives that we all have. Okay, so I want to thank you all for showing up because this is something that I needed tonight. And yeah, those feelings that come up. Sometimes it's hard in the beginning. You continue, helps you relax. Not always is it possible, but the more you practice, the more you know what you're looking for. And our body needs it, our mind needs it, and we all need it a few minutes, at least a few minutes a day, or a few minutes every few hours. So that's it for now. Any questions you can put in the chat. Again, the recordings of the past Wednesday nights are available on menachembernfeld.com. And any questions, feedback are always welcome. CoachMenachem@gmail.com. Let me know where you are on the journey. No matter what comes up, they're all valid. You're okay. There's nothing wrong with you. Yes, we all have things we're trying to figure out. We're all on a journey. And we want to figure it out already today. When is this journey going to be done? It's too painful. Take a deep breath. It doesn't go so fast. It is sometimes slow, and that's part of the journey. It is slow. We don't like it. Sometimes we sit in that place, but it's okay. We can find some positives in that place. We could find something, might be something small, start something small. Eventually, we start feeling, building up that positive side. Okay, let me see if there are any questions. If it's the first time you're here, welcome. And for beginners, don't do it more than 1 minute. Find a quiet place, close your phone, a place where you won't get disturbed, where you can just be for a minute, 60 seconds. And we've done it in the past over here with a timer. Just sit for 60 seconds and you'll see what comes up. A lot of interesting sensations, feeling, thoughts, a lot of ideas, different things come up. And that's where we start. That's the awareness. Where am I? But don't do it for too long. Just start with a minute every day. Put on the timer, sit there, just sit. Eventually, you can get to the presence process where you can do 15 minutes a day or twice a day. You do the breathing 50 minutes in and out, which we know for those who did it. In the beginning, it's very hard, a challenge. And you start with 7 minutes, 10 minutes. But that's when we become aware of all of the stuff that come up. And eventually we can let it go. Let it come up and let it go. Why is it so important to be aware of the negatives? Great question. Great question. If you're running away from it, it might be too hard to go there. And that's an awareness. That's where we start. It's okay. And for most people, it's hard. Why become aware of it? Why become aware? The short answer is that you're probably escaping from a lot of things because of what's going on and that negative side that you don't want to talk about. And the deeper idea is that we can't really choose what we want to feel. It's either you feel or you don't. So if there are things that you don't want to feel because they're negative and you don't like them and you're running away from them, then you probably shut down, and you shut down for the positive side also. So you're just doing, whatever you have to do. You're doing your routine, which is great. And I'm glad that you're not in bed. You're not stuck in bed. But you're running on that rat race. You're trying to run away from something, but you're not letting yourself be and feel and enjoy the moment because of the negatives. So how do we get to that place where we can let ourselves feel? We slowly go to both sides. What's going on? Positive, negative, start feeling. And that's where the journey starts. Not so easy. We start feeling the ups and downs. The downs are not so exciting. They're pretty, could be ugly, those downs. But the more you let yourself talk about it, think about it, let yourself feel and release, you can let yourself feel the positives. But again, for beginners, it takes time. Don't be hard on yourself. Just spend a few minutes every day quiet for a minute, and then you do 2 minutes and see what comes up. Just be aware. You can write it down and just see where it goes. Okay, thank you very much. That's it for tonight. And I wish everyone a beautiful Shavuos coming up, wherever you are, whatever comes up. I know there's a lot to talk about. Maybe after Shavuos we'll talk about it. Talking about connection with Hashem. Any Yom Tov that comes up, especially Shavuos, should be that moment of joy, proud to be a Jew, and see what comes up and write it down. And I'll see you, I guess, in 2 weeks in Mitzvah Hashem, where we'll continue on the journey. Any questions, please send to coachmenachem@gmail.com. So I'll be able to answer all your questions over there. And for now, have a great night and a great week. Have a good Yom Tov, and see you in 2 weeks.